Cord cutting isn't just umbilical anymore.
The television's popularity as the go-to entertainment device may be ending, according to a research report from Accenture. According to the report, TV was the only product category to see double-digit usage declines among viewers of nearly all ages, being rapidly replaced by anytime, anywhere players such as laptops, tablets, and mobile phones. Viewership for long-form video content, such as movies and television on a TV screen, has declined by 13% over the past year, while sports viewership on TV screens declined by 10%. Gavin Mann, Accenture's broadcast lead, explained TV shows and movies are now a viewing staple on mobile devices, thanks to improved streaming and longer battery life. The second screen viewing experience is where content creators, broadcasters, and programmers will succeed or fail.
So we've done a bunch of stories on this. I'm fascinated by this topic because everyone still wants to get to television, yet you guys are watching this online right now. We know the future is online, but as a TV guy, what do you think the battlefront is going to be at? Is it going to be this second screen thing where the home will always be on television, but you'll be doing something else on your iPad the whole time? Is there some blend?
I need the evidence here to be oddly more anecdotal. Like, I need to see how that works. I mean, it's not like I don't do it. It's not like I don't watch a movie and then look at IMDb and remind myself who's in it. So I guess I'm doing it. That's it. But you keep talking about 14 to 17-year-olds who do it. And I don't know what they're doing. Like, what is it they're doing?
Well, they're just not consuming television. They don't think of turning on television when they get home from school the way we may have all turned on a television. They're just walking around with phones.
Right. There are a couple things here that were left out of that little report that are important, and I'm a big sort of defender in TV's fighting strength. Like, it's not going to reverse, right? It's not going to gain. It's not coming back.
Right.
But my hunch is there's a plateau, and it's still going to be a lot of people watching television, even though the future may be here. And the disappointing thing is that the communal aspect of television it has to, I hope, stays. I mean, because we know we're not going to talk, right? So that's out.
This is the only time I talk all day, actually.
But like the idea, those were countrywide moments. When everybody gathered around and watched Seinfeld. And let alone
the Drake. You're sitting next to the Drake.
That's right. I'm sitting next to the Drake. That's right. And
everybody loves the Drake.
Let alone everybody. Let alone every single episode of every single Super Bowl, every single big sporting event. So, and at least when it's your tablet or your. This weekend I watched an NBA playoff game on somebody's smartphone with 6 guys. It was a joke.
Oh God!
Right? We're all like
terrible. Yeah.
So I don't know. There is still going to be a sense of community viewing, and television has a big role in that. Although sometimes that just may be obviously the television screen and watching Netflix or Amazon Prime. On it. So.
Rick, do you think there's something to be said for not being able to get everything on demand the second you want it? You know what I mean? Even though television is going that way too, because you can get stuff on demand on TV. Obviously as well. But do you think there's something to be said for the old school, at 8 o'clock, Friends is coming on, and we're all watching it together
I would draw the parable to nightclub comedy. And it had its rarity factor dug into deeply by a digital media world where they can also videotape you off their phone quietly from their table while you're breaking a bit in and put it on YouTube, killing any desire to see it in its refined form later. We're like, I saw them workshopping it. I don't need to pay to see the finished one.
Yeah.
And so it has eaten up the rarity factor, which exclusivity and rarity bring up the price of a thing.
Another part of that piece that I think is important to note is that the trust factor of people is still in the content provided by the known entities.
Yes.
And that's, so maybe television isn't going to be, I'm watching Friends at 8 o'clock and Wings at 8:30 and...
Give me one more. Come on.
Cheers at 9? No.
Cheers
at 9 and Night Court at 9:30 and LA Law at 10.
Wow. NBC 1991.
Right. So that's gone. Yeah. But they still want to watch, if NBC can still produce Friends and Cheers and LA Law, notice what I left out there. There's still a market for that. It just won't be at 10 o'clock on Thursdays, but that's still what people want to see. And there are still only going to be a limited number of entities that can produce that kind of quality. I think what this tells you is that the idea of, to quote Springsteen, 15 years ago, or 57 channels, more than that, 20 years ago, 57 channels and nothing on. Now 357 channels and nothing on. We probably cannot sustain that many channels. These stats have to mean that some channels are just going to go away, I would think.
Yeah, bring us home.
To have to pay all that money. Originally, cable, the whole point of cable was no commercials. It's all commercials now.
It's all commercials.
Nothing but commercials.
Except on Turner Classic Movies. Every movie as it was meant to be seen, uncut, commercial free.
Turner, classic, the good stuff.
It's almost as if someone here works for Turner Classic Movies.
Oh, I'm actually a big fan of Turner Classic.
Anyway, what do you guys think? Are you cutting the cord? Are you okay with staring at everything on your small device? Let us know in the comments right down below.